It's 4:58 a.m. You're already awake. Not because the alarm went off. The alarm hasn't gone off in 11 years. You canceled the alarm the week you retired. Thought it would feel like freedom. It didn't. It just felt like the alarm went off anyway. Inside your chest, same time, without permission. Your partner is asleep. The house is dark. The neighborhood is silent. And you are completely, unavoidably awake. Coffee is already made. You made it before you were fully conscious. You don't remember walking to the kitchen. You just arrived there, like you've arrived every morning for 30 years, because something decided 5 a.m. is when things happen. And nothing, not retirement, not civilian life, not 11 years of trying, has ever convinced it otherwise. I'm Robert, retired soldier, and today I want to get into the real psychology behind why the body refuses to sleep past 5 a.m. and why that refusal might be the most important signal your body has sent you in years. In 2017, Walter Reed Army Institute of Research published findings from a decade-long study of retired military sleep. Retired military maintained what researchers called a persistent chronobiological anchor at their service wake time, even after 15 to 20 years of civilian life. Not habit, not discipline, not choice. Chronobiological anchor. The body had reset its internal clock at a cellular level in response to years of high-stakes early morning activation. The 5 a.m. wake wasn't a behavior. It was a biological fact. Science caught up to what every veteran's partner already knew. He doesn't wake up early because he wants to. His body decided that is when the world begins. Period. Childhood version. Early bird gets the worm. Up before the sun meant ahead of everyone. The morning was yours if you took it. Army version. 0-500 formation. No exceptions. No negotiations. No alarm clock required after the first month. The Army didn't teach you to wake up early. The Army permanently changed what your body believes morning means. The civilian world never had the override code. Nobody does. You woke up early before school because the morning was the only time the house was quiet enough to think. Before the noise. Before the demands. Before the day took everything you had. The morning was yours. A 2004 APA study tracked self-regulation in children from high-demand, low-supervision environments. Not discipline. Ownership. The morning was the 1 hour nobody could take from them. And they never forgot it. The Army took a man who already owned his mornings and gave that ownership a rank, a mission, and a formation time. Dr. Till Renneberg at Ludwig Maximilian University Munich has spent 3 decades studying human chronobiology. He found the human circadian rhythm is far more resistant to resetting than previously understood, especially in high-stakes periods. The higher the stakes associated with the wake time, the deeper the chronobiological anchor. This is why a vacation doesn't fix it. Retirement doesn't fix it. 11 years doesn't fix it. Dr. Matthew Walker at UC Berkeley found chronobiological anchors persist 15 to 25 years with no degradation whatsoever. Not fading. Not weakening. Holding. The 5 a.m. in a retired soldier 15 years post-service is biologically as strong as year 3. The body doesn't forget what mattered. There's a mug in your house. Specific mug. Not the nice ones. Not the ceramic set. The mug. Heavy. Plain. Functional. Slightly chipped on the left side from being set down too hard on too many early mornings. You've made the coffee the same way for 30 years. Same strength. Same cup. In the dark. Before anyone else moves. That mug has been filled at 5 a.m. more times than you could count. The ritual is the civilian version of something that once meant. Mission is beginning. Team counting on me. The day has stakes. The mug doesn't know the mission changed. And some mornings, neither do you. Not every Gen X soldier uses the 5 a.m. the same way. There are 3 types. The operator. He wakes at 5 a.m. and immediately executes a morning routine with military precision. Coffee. Exercise. Reading. Plan for the day. By 7 a.m. the morning is already complete. Mission Phase 1. Done. Not because he's impressive, because his body filed a complaint the one morning he tried to sleep past 6. Drive on. The searcher. He wakes at 5 a.m. and then he sits. Not meditating, not planning, not reading, just sitting, with a feeling he can't quite name. Like his body showed up for a mission that hasn't been assigned yet. Fully awake, fully ready, for something. This is the most common type, and the most quietly painful one nobody talks about. The engine running at full capacity every morning, and the mission that was supposed to meet it, not there. Not once. Not yet. The resistor. He fights it. Late nights, sleep aids, blackout curtains, sleep apps. Nothing works. Nothing. 4:58 a.m. Eyes open. Body ready. No choice. Not angry anymore. Just tired in the specific way of a man losing the same fight for 11 years. You cannot win a fight against a chronobiological anchor set in combat conditions. The body doesn't negotiate. It just wakes up. Which one are you? The operator, the searcher, or the resistor? Drop it in the comments right now. The 5 a.m. isn't just about sleep. The 5 a.m. is about purpose. That's the thing nobody names. Every morning for 20 years, 5 a.m. meant you are needed. The team is waiting. What you do today matters. 5 a.m. was the daily confirmation that you were needed, that your being there, that morning, actually mattered. And then, retirement. And the 5 a.m. kept coming. Same time, same wake, same biological readiness. But the confirmation didn't come with it anymore. The body shows up at 5 a.m. The mission isn't on the board. A 2020 Journal of Traumatic Stress study found veterans with early wake times, but no structured morning purpose showed elevated drift indicators. Not PTSD. Drift. The quiet narrowing of a man's engagement with his own life happening in complete silence. Happening in the exact hours when his body is most awake, most alert, most ready for something significant. The readiness with nowhere to go. Every morning. That is what the 5 a.m. has been carrying, quietly, completely, alone, for years. What if the 5 a.m. isn't a symptom? What if it's the signal? What if your body waking at the same time it woke for 20 years of meaningful work is telling you the capacity is still there? What if the 5 a.m. isn't what's wrong with you? What if it's the most reliable thing about you? And the only problem is that you haven't given it a mission worth waking up for. Dr. Angela Duckworth at University of Pennsylvania found the highest long-term performers shared one consistent behavior across all groups. Not talent, not intelligence, not discipline. Consistent early morning activation during a personally chosen high-value time window. The early morning hours, before the demands of others, before the noise, were when highest performers did the work that mattered most. Not because mornings are magic, because mornings are the only hours the enemy, everyone else's demands, hasn't occupied yet. The retired Gen X soldier who wakes at 5 a.m. has 2 to 3 hours every morning most people would pay serious money to access. He already has it. Every day? For free. Without trying. The irony is not lost on him. Individuals who aligned purposeful high-value work to their chronobiological anchor hours showed life satisfaction significantly exceeding all comparison groups. Not slightly better. Significantly better. The 5 a.m. isn't the problem. The empty 5 a.m. is the problem. First year after I retired, I spent 6 months trying to sleep past 6. Blackout curtains. White noise. Late nights on purpose. Every morning, 4:57 a.m. Eyes open, body ready, kitchen called. Every single morning. Without exception. I would lie there for 8 minutes trying to decide if I was going to fight it or just get up. I always got up. Then one morning, about 14 months in, I stopped fighting it and started asking a different question. Not, why won't my body let me sleep? But, what is my body trying to show up for? Every morning at 5 a.m., I wrote the answer down. What am I actually building right now? That question, asked every morning at 5 a.m. for 3 months, is the closest civilian mission brief I've found. The 5 a.m. didn't change. What I did with it did. That's the whole difference. Stop fighting the 5 a.m. You are not going to win that fight. The body wins. Always. The anchor was set in conditions your blackout curtains have absolutely no jurisdiction over, and never will. Accept the 5 a.m. as the operational parameter it actually is, and start working with it instead of against it. Give the 5 a.m. a mission. Not emails. Not the news. Something you're actually building. Something with real stakes. The body already knows how to execute when the mission is real. Give it a real mission. Watch what happens. Protect the 5 a.m. the way you protected the morning brief, like lives depend on what happens in it. Most people never have access to this. You have it every day. Deploy it. Which type were you? The operator, the searcher, or the resistor? Drop it in the comments below. Share this with one man who has been lying awake at 5 a.m. for 11 years wondering what's wrong with him. Nothing is wrong with him. His body just hasn't been told what the new mission is yet. The uniform came off. The 5 a.m. didn't. Drive on.